Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another episode here with the Crypto Nation Reacts. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications, and and if you new here, don't forget to do that. Thanks to my recent new subscribers. So in this episode, the title here says the Bitcoin price is about to go insane, which is I think is true. So let's see what they're talking about on this episode. And once again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications.
About to break through all-time highs, and with the price today already above the 2021 highs and just 1% under the 2024 highs we saw earlier this year, the big question is, how much higher could we go? Who's buying so much Bitcoin right now? And what should we expect next? Well, number one, let's just take standing of where we are today. These are the top Bitcoin holders in the world. Satoshi Nakamoto, obviously in first, then Binance, the exchange, then BlackRock, already number 3, then Grayscale, MicroStrategy, US government, etc. What's interesting, and what the mainstream media won't report, I will, is that the US spot ETFs are scheduled to hit 1 million Bitcoin held by next Wednesday, and then pass Satoshi by mid-December, all before the ETFs even turn 1 year old, because they've been adding about 17,000 Bitcoin per week. That said, anything can happen, expect violent dips along the way, but the trend is pretty revealing. This is the number of Bitcoin bought by ETFs in this last week, and this is the amount of Bitcoin mined in the last week. Demand is outpacing supply. And just today, the most relevant information happening today, huge trading volumes for US Bitcoin ETFs today. BlackRock is already over $2 billion in volume, and the day's not over yet. Also, they're already number 5 out of all ETFs. Are metrics better than what we saw earlier in 2024?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
No idea. Brianna, can you help me out?
If you use cash versus accrual,
or 2021? Well, BTC about 6 months ago, back in March, was $71,000. At that time, Coinbase in the App Store ranked 20th. Today, BTC is around the same price, yet Coinbase in the App Store ranks over 400th. Price is the exact same, but retail isn't back at all. And by the way, make sure you follow us on Instagram. There's a link down below. You'll get exclusive content. And we shared this a few weeks ago. Warning. When you see this, sell immediately. Meaning when Coinbase or popular cryptocurrency apps are trending/ranking number 1 in the App Store, that's a top signal. That means retail is here. Today, Bitcoin is literally 1% from previous all-time highs, and retail's not here, compared to what we've seen in the past. Also, this was huge. It kind of went under the radar, but this has huge implications on markets. Not a lot of other crypto or finance channels are sharing this with you, but big bullish. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink predicting at least another 25 basis point rate cut before the end of the year.
Before the Fed finishes this year, would you expect a 25 basis point rate cut or a 50 basis point, or you don't know?
I think it's fair to say we're going to have at least a 25, but that being said, I do believe we have greater embedded inflation in the world than we've ever seen. We have government and policy that is much more inflationary, whether it's immigration, excuse me, our policies of onshoring. All of this, no one is asking the question at what cost. Right. Historically, we were, I would say, a more consumer-driven economy, that the cheapest products were the best, the most a progressive way of politicking. Today, I think we have governmental policies that are embedded inflationary, and with that being said, I think we're not going to see interest rates as low as some people are forecasting.
The more rates are cut, the less weight, the less gravity is on markets, the more prices tend to go up. And the more rates, the higher the rates are in markets, that's gravity to the market. So we like the rate cuts. Also, Cardano collabing with Bitcoin, L2, is such a big deal.
The biggest thing is Bitcoin coming to Cardano. Guys, this was personal for me, and I almost cried when I saw the zero knowledge transaction happen.
If you want a beginner's guide on what this Cardano Bitcoin collaboration means, highly recommend to check out this video. The Cardano CEO is not messing around.
I didn't believe it when I first saw it. So What the Bitcoin operating system people did, this is Ida and Yago's people, and I think Sergio Lerner and a few others had some of the preliminary ideas about this, is they figured out how to embed using Taproot into the Bitcoin blockchain an ability to install zero knowledge proofs. Now, what this does is it actually gives a brain and eyes to Bitcoin. What that means is you can now trustlessly connect Bitcoin to other ecosystems. So the whole hybrid application model opens up. There's $1.3 trillion of Bitcoin. There's over 100 million users. It's one of the biggest markets in the world. And Cardano is the native touch point because we're both UTXO systems. It's exceedingly easy to connect these two systems and develop these two systems. So what does that mean? It means Bitcoin can flow into Cardano, and with Babel fees coming next year, they will be able to pay transaction fees in Bitcoin. Under the hood, ADA is being consumed, but there's markets that, so it creates demand for ADA.
Now, if you're wondering why altcoins aren't going up, well, it's because Bitcoin dominance is going up. It just hit 60%, and actually zooming out to the live chart, we see it's at 60.13, right before altcoin season in the 2021 cycle 4 years ago. Bitcoin dominance got as high as 73. I personally think we're seeing diminishing returns just because there's way more altcoins now. There's better altcoins and worse, but there's more and better. I think 60% is close to the top of Bitcoin dominance. Now, we could stay here for weeks. We could easily hit 64, 65. But just like altcoin seasons of the past, when Bitcoin went from 73 dominance to 39 in the span of 5 months, I'm personally expecting to see something similar in 2025.
Onto global markets, I think, truly has the potential to transform what people do on public blockchains.
And speaking of altcoins, Ondo's chief strategy officer lays out the future of Ondo Finance and tokenizing the world.
The goal is to take publicly listed securities that have deep liquidity in traditional markets and put those on chain. What gets me personally excited about the Ondo Global Markets initiative and platform is, to your point, once you can start putting these public securities on chain, think of your popular stocks, think of your S&P 500 ETF, think of other types of products, right? You can really start to do things that people have imagined of doing but have never been able to actually pull off, like all of a sudden you can cross-collateralize a position that you have, right? You can have both your crypto and your equities, your stocks in one place, and you can use both assets as a funding source for whatever type of additional position that you want to take. You can think about interesting interplays between the various asset classes. Example, if you say, hey, I have a lot of staked ETH, but instead of accumulating, I just like to put the yield of that into the S&P 500 ETF, or the other way around, you want to put the...
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe the utility coins probably start pumping, possibly maybe like in the middle of November, or maybe going towards later November, but we'll see. Or maybe right after the election, we'll get a utility point. But comment below and tell me what you think. It's hard to say, but like, yeah, that Bitcoin dominance is real, because I was looking at low cap utilities. They're not really pumping like I would have, thought. But one thing I've noticed is that the meme coins can actually pump without Bitcoin. That's what I've noticed about the meme coins. They're not controlled as like utility. They can actually pump without Bitcoin moving.
The dividends that you get on your S&P 500 ETF into Ethereum, you can programmatically start thinking about products that facilitate stuff.
Now, if I sounded a little tired in today's video, it's because my brother and I just took a 16-hour flight from Los Angeles to Dubai. We're here for Binance's Blockchain Week. We will be doing a special fireside chat. Anyway, I can't get into it now, but pay attention for announcements coming out tomorrow through our Twitter. And like always, see you tomorrow. It's going to be a big rest of the year for Bitcoin and crypto.
All right, that concludes that episode. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. And right now we currently got Bitcoin. As I do this content, Bitcoin is at 72,391. as I make this. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, support the channel if you can't get the channel membership. Hey, I could see you guys in the next one. Peace.